from 21 minutes ago. And then there's one now. It says waiting for Conan J. Wallace.
All right, we're live. We're good.
All right. Is this working? Are we on? Are we live?
Hello, YouTube.
Hello, YouTube. Wow. Thanks for tuning in, guys. This has been an adventure just to make sure that we can come out here to you. Okay, so as you guys know, this is CJ Wallace, Conan J. Wallace's YouTube channel, but he allowed me to come on here today to deliver a very important thought concept that we have been kind of wrestling with. It's one of these things that, you know, you hear about things, you see a video on things, and we want to make sure that that we understand the concepts, and regardless of what actually transpired in this experiment, that we understand the principle behind it. Now, so you may or may not have heard of the 5-monkey experiment. You're thinking to yourself, like, what is the 5-monkey experiment? So some of you heard different versions of it. It all stems from a scientific experiment that basically took place back in 1963. So this is really where, yes, it's where it started, and then it's kind of blossomed and turned into many different kind of variations of what actually took place. But the concepts have stayed the same. So the principle behind what we're talking about today is there's a scientist, and he takes 5 monkeys and he puts them into a cage. Okay, so we have our 5 monkeys here. You know, they all come in here, and we're going to basically put them into a giant cage. All right, so there's bars in here, and it's mainly for observation. Now, what they do on one side of the cage is they have a ladder that leads up a little bit higher than their reach to a hook that's hanging from the ceiling. Now, what is hanging from this hook? So, there are bananas that are hanging from this. Yellow bananas, not necessarily red bananas, but there is bananas that are hanging up there. So, what happens is, the first little monkey, he decides to wander across. And so this guy ends up moving over here, he climbs up the ladder, and this little monkey is up here. He's excited. He's about to grab, some of the bananas. He climbed all the way up, and he's excited, and he's going to grab some of these bananas. Now, what happens is, over here on the side is, let's give him a little lab coat. Little scientist over here. He's got his pants, his shoes. There we go. He's over here, and he's got a little hair.
Does he wear glasses?
Yeah, he's got glasses on, so he's kind of a
nerd.
Thinks he knows it all. And so, but the problem is, what they got going on over here is a hose. So a big old water hose that they end up shooting lots of cold water, spraying this monkey off. He's like, oh no, like falls down. He ends up crashing down here. So he's laying on the ground, and he's a sad monkey because he basically didn't get any of his bananas. So he's laying down here, he's wailing, and they're spraying him. So for 5 minutes, they now are directing the water towards him. They're spraying him for 5 minutes, this poor little monkey, right? So what happens next? Okay, so he stops. They stop spraying the water. Then, next, a little time goes by. So this monkey, he goes back over here, but he's not the same little monkey anymore. He's just kind of just like sitting here waiting. Now, these all monkeys, they all kind of came in here together. Now he's just sitting here basically now with his feet up. He's sitting on the ground. He's hungry, and he's basically just mad that he didn't get any of his bananas. Now,
I would be mad too.
Yes. So then this is what happens. His buddy over here, decides to go and do the same thing. So he goes up here and he's up here and he's looking for the bananas, and there's his little body and he's happy. Same thing happens. Boom, boom, boom. Sprays him. He falls off. And then now we got these two little guys. They're sitting down here wondering why on earth, whenever they try to go get these bananas, they get sprayed by water. And so this starts to take place over and over again. And they all think that, oh man, you know what? Larry was just too slow. So Bob's like, I'm going to get up the ladder faster. I can make it. Now, so this is what happens. They keep getting doused, and then, you know, it's kind of one of those situations that what ended up happening is one report says that what they ended up doing was starting to spray the other monkeys and punishing them for when other ones were reaching for the bananas. So this goes along for a little bit of time. Now what they do was very interesting. So all these monkeys are in there, they see what's going on. Now, what they do is they take a new monkey who has not been exposed to any of the water, any of the situations, and they drop him in there. And this monkey has no idea what's going on, and he comes into the mix. All of a sudden, he sees, boom, this hook of bananas just gets dropped down. He's like, oh man, like I'm so excited, so excited. I'm gonna go get those monkeys. Woo, 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 woo. And so he runs over here.
What did he say again?
And so this monkey, the new one that had never been exposed to anything, he starts climbing up, but he doesn't even get that high though. See, the problem is he gets about this high, and he just barely starts making it over to the thing. And guess what happens then? So he's climbing up, and he's getting up his thing. So what happens? Is it the water that sprays him? No, he doesn't even know about the water yet. It's these guys. All these monkeys that were over here, they run over here, and they're like, whoa, buddy, like, no, 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 like, we're gonna take you down, like, you don't understand. I know you're, like, new to this situation. And then Larry over here, he's like, holy smokes, like, he hasn't realized what's about to happen. So I gotta go over there and help out, you know, Mo, who's trying to keep him. So they're now like ganging up. So multiple guys and the other monkeys are following along. They're all like, seriously, they take him and they like throw him down on the ground. So they end up throwing this monkey over here and beating him up, and he has no idea why. He's sitting over here and he's like pouting, he's crying, and he has no idea why on earth his new monkey friends just like threw him off of the thing, won't let him go after the bananas. But the situation is, he has no idea why he's being treated this way. He has no idea why his buddies, who he perceives as his friends, are not letting him go after the bananas. He has no idea that there's water involved in this equation anywhere, shape, or form. So the problem happens when they keep swapping out monkeys. They end up actually, you know, swapping out this guy. But what happens here, you know, the same situation. He gets beat up trying to get the bananas. And they actually go through the process of swapping out all the monkeys until there is absolutely no original monkeys left. I'm going to go ahead and throw a couple of little monkeys out here to illustrate the point.
Can I ask a question?
Yes, sir.
Did, after the new monkeys started coming in, were there any more water spraying that happened?
No, there was no more water spraying that actually took place. They were all just prevented from climbing the ladder. And they do not understand what that original reason was. And so that's a very important point here, that they do not, now that they have all been replaced, and as new monkeys would come in, the same problem would happen. The monkey would try to climb, and even though none of the monkeys had ever experienced the water, they were all there to take that monkey and throw him back down to the ground. They had no idea why though. So the concept behind this is that, I'll tell you what folks, you guys have been on here for a while. You know what's going on here. this is where we are living every single day. This is the problem. This is the trap. This is society. Have you ever been in a situation and you are wondering, like, why does my family not believe in my business? And I've been through this, and so I'll tell you what, when I first started, it was not easy, and it's risky, and it's dangerous. And have you ever heard anybody say, oh, rental property? No, you don't need rentals. The headaches, the termites, the toilets, the taxes, the tenants, they'll destroy your property. It'll be a disaster. But have they ever had a rental property? It's one of those things. Have they ever experienced it? No. And I guarantee you the person that told them that had never had a rental property either. And the person before that, and the person before that. It's one of these things is they don't know why they don't want a rental property. But all they know is that whenever they have tried to reach for one, everybody around them reaches and pulls them down. And you may think, like, why isn't anybody supporting my success? And it's not that they're not supporting your success. It's that they care. And you're like, wait, what? So let me tell you a little bit about my uncle. My uncle loves me to death. But the problem is, he knows me as a child. He's always relating to that nephew of his that he needs to protect, he needs to take care of, that he cares about. He has his own business, and he has been through the struggles, and what he is doing is he's trying to protect me. So when he doesn't believe in the situation, or he says it's too risky, oh, Ray, rental properties, we've tried it, I had it, don't do it. They're literally just trying to protect you from experiencing the same pain that they experienced. So the trouble comes across is, if we don't have our own family to support us in our entrepreneurial ventures and our businesses, because it's not that they don't support you, it's just they care that much about you to not want you to get hurt. But yet again, they don't even know why the hurt would take place. All they know is that there are certain situations throughout the course of their life where they were pulled down, where they were told not to do it, yet they don't know the original reason why. And it's one of these learned habits that gets transferred down generation after generation after generation. So we have to break that cycle. We have to break the cycle of feeling like, hey, can't start it. You know, business is risky. You could lose everything. Yeah, life is risky. And I'll tell you what's more risky is trying to give 20 years to some place, an employer, to just have them cut you off because technology advanced. There's a newer, faster way to do it. There's no security there. So, of course, why are we all here in America? To live the American dream of building our own business, investing in real estate. Everybody knows that more millionaires are made through building a business and storing in real estate, or you just bake your whole business around real estate. It is one of those things that time after time after time creates wealth. And you're like, well, yeah, but I don't need that much money. Well, I argue the point, because some people tell me that, Ray. They're like, oh, you're all about the money. Well, no, I'm not the money guy. That's Joseph Smith. He's the money guy. I'm the property guy. I find the properties. I can analyze the properties. We can figure out how to sell it, flip it, make it money off of it. Hey, we can't sell it. Let's cash flow it. Let's figure out how to do this. But you know what? I'm one of these monkeys that's like, hey, dude, why are you trying to pull me down from getting these bananas? He's like, well, I don't know, because they pulled me down. And then, you know what? What's happening now is we're starting to go through, and that's why you're here on this YouTube channel, is because, hey, CJ's like, I don't know why. I was getting pulled down, but I'm not getting pulled down anymore. Joseph Smith's like, hey, yay, I don't want to get, I don't even know why we're getting pulled down. Let's go get these bananas.
That's one good-looking monkey, by the way.
And it goes on and on and on. Here I am, like, hey, let's get these monkeys, let's get these bananas. Let's collaborate. Let's figure out how to link together to go get the bananas. And better yet, why didn't anybody ever notice that there's no lid to this box? But that's the problem, folks. And you know, and I'm preaching to the choir here, because obviously you wouldn't be on this channel if you didn't believe this way. But it's one of these things that as we go through life, we're going to understand that these are the people that we are coming in contact with. These are the people that we're doing business with. These are the people that we're going to bring on into our businesses. And we just got to understand where their mind is at, because they're still trapped. I know most of us on this channel that are watching us right now are free. But it's very easy to still feel trapped when we're still surrounded by people who are captive in their mind. And so how do we break them free? How do we continue to break free? The goal is to understand that there's a higher power at work here. There is forces that are against us. I'm not going to get into all the details right now about, government and banking and why they have put certain restriction on us, why the public system is the way that it is. Because that's what the problem is, folks. We are trained through the education system, through the public education system, that, hey, don't do it, but we don't know the reason why. So we're trained and we're taught to sit here like good little monkeys and not to climb the ladder. And if we do climb the ladder, it's always like, hey, somebody else is going to be taking something from me. It's a competition. Have you ever been there in your work? Have you ever been in a career path where it's like dog versus dog? If somebody gets a promotion, I'm going to lose. It's a scarcity mentality that there's not enough bananas for everybody. I'll tell you, folks, there's more than enough bananas in the world for all of us. And if we band together, it's either we all have none, or together we can all get some. Does that make sense? You know what I'm saying here? And so that's what we're doing every single day, in, day out. Myself, Joseph Smith, Wise Guys in Ties, collaboration with Conan J. Wallace and his YouTube channel. We are dedicated every single day to helping you guys break free. We're the support. You don't have anybody around you to support you. We're the support for you. We will help you. The financial aspect, you don't have the money? Well, let's talk about that. You can go to wiseguysinties.com, get a free 30-minute consultation on how to get funding for your business. You just got some questions about what to do next? You need somebody to just say, hey, I believe in you, buddy. I believe in you. That's what we're here for. We're here to help you grow your business. I want to see what you have to offer the world. Conan J. Wallace, he's an amazing master of being able to create something out of nothing. This guy is a wizard of that respect. He's a master of velocity banking and business financing. The guy can make it happen, and I know that's why you all tune into him, because obviously I'm not telling you anything you don't already know. He's a rock star. So how would you like to work with CJ? How would you like to get some coaching from CJ? I know that CJ's doing some really cool things right now, and if you want to know more about that, get with me, shoot me a message, shoot CJ a message, because we got some really cool things happening and in the pipeline that you're going to want to take part of. But it's all going to be based around the principles of helping us change our mind. Now, we've already done a lot, velocity banking, it's a powerful concept, taking the bank's products and turning it on itself. But how do we inject business into that, and how do we leverage our business to do what we need to do on the velocity banking side, to expand and to grow for the ultimate good? Because what is it for? Are you doing this for your family? Are you doing this because you want a Lamborghini? Are you doing this because, hey, I have a charity out there that it's going to take $1 million a day just to run this charity. So let's do the math, folks. You have a charity out there that you need $1 million a day to run it. That's a whole lot of apartment complexes. But is it doable? Is it? I think it is. I think there's no shortage of buildings. There's no shortage of land. There's no shortage of money. So you can definitely go out there and make it happen. The question is, who are you going to take along with you? Are you going to take along with you the naysayers? Are you going to take along the ones that are going to try to pull you down, the crab people? As soon as you reach for goodness, are they going to keep pulling you back and say, hey, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it, Ray. It's risky. You're going to get hurt. You got a family. Don't do it. You could put yourself into danger. You could put yourself into debt. You could go bankrupt. Let's be honest, folks. Bankruptcy. What was it designed for? We live in America. The greatest thing ever created which is also something that's easily abused. Bankruptcy. It is so you, as the American, can pursue the dream. You can shoot for the stars. And guess what? If it all comes crashing down, you don't have to live with that for the rest of your life. So that's what bankruptcy was designed for. It's not. I'm sorry if you have an addiction to Gucci. If you have, I like fancy things. Some Salvatore Ferragamo like loafers. They're like $4,000. I want some of those. Why? I don't know. By the time I can actually afford to blow $4,000 on shoes, I won't even buy them. It's kind of one of those things. But I want you guys to just, end the night tonight that I was just one of these principles that as you're out there in the daily grind, as you're out there in the world, remember, the people that you're meeting at work, the people that you're dealing with on a regular basis, your employees, they are afraid of the cold water and they do not know why. So what I encourage you to do is keep tuning in. Stay plugged in. Give us a call. Start working with us. You want to do some real estate investing? Let's talk about it. We got some great people we could connect you with. And we have connections all over the country. We could plug you into something locally because we have a network of real estate investing associations. So let's get you plugged into that. You want to talk about your business, getting some finances? Perfect. Did you know you can get some credit cards without using your personal social security number? Can that help your business? Let's talk about it. Other than that, folks, that is my training for today. I wanted to say thank you for being here. Thank you for tuning in. We look forward to bringing some more amazing content to you in the upcoming days, weeks, months, and years. We're not going anywhere, so feel free to always reach out to us. Good night, and God bless.